methane, propane, ethene, butane. What do these all have in common? They're all hydrocarbons.
What are hydrocarbons?
Hydrocarbons are organic compounds comprised of carbon and hydrogen.
So why is this one different than this one and this one and this one?
Well, all these three are all alkanes, and this one is an alkene. There's also a third type of hydrocarbon called alkyne. They're all subsections of hydrocarbons.
Hey, Dr. J, what are you doing?
Just drawing some alkanes.
Perfect, that's exactly what I need to know.
What, do you know the basics?
Well, what do you mean?
Do you know what this means?
Well, who doesn't? It's but.
That's wrong. This is a prefix that stands for 4 carbons.
How do you know that?
Well, there are many other prefixes here. Meth, 1 carbon. Eth, 2 carbons. Prop, 3 carbons, and what we just learned, bute,
That's 4 carbons.
Yeah.
See, I can get this.
It's not too hard. Now for this, do you understand why there is an ane here?
Well, probably because there's like 18 hydrogens, right?
There's just 10, but you're wrong. I'll refer to my friend, Dr. P, for this part.
Hey, Dr. P, what are you doing?
Not much, just drawing some alkanes.
Why is everyone drawing alkanes?
Because alkanes are cool. So do you know about the basics?
Oh, like the prefixes? Of course. Look at this. Dr. J gave it to me. Meth, eth, prop, bute, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec. Look at that.
Cool. Do you know what would happen? Do you know what would happen if you had non?
It would mean they have 9 carbons, right?
Yeah.
So I'm solid on this stuff, but what does this ane part mean right here?
Well, the ane part means the formula for the carbon is CnH2n plus 2.
What?
Oh, that just means all the carbons are single bonded together, as you can see here.
Sorry about that, I got really hot. So, what were we doing? What does this CnH2n plus 2 thing mean?
Oh, that's just like the formula for the carbons, which is the formula for an alkane.
Okay, but see, this it works for this one because it's C1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a pent. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 H's. So it's C5H12. But what if it's like C5H10?
Well, that would make the formula CnH2n, which would be the formula for an alkene, shown here. And the main difference is that there's one of the carbons is double bonded rather than single bonded.
Okay, so now I know that alkanes have the formula CnH2n plus 2, and alkenes have the formula CnH2n. But are there any others that I need to know?
Yes, there's one more. There's alkynes, which have the formula CnH2n minus 2, shown here.
Okay, so so that means 4 C's. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then ine, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the special thing about this is it's triple bonded, as you can see here.
Oh, okay. Is that what the 2 means?
Yeah, the 2 means that it's triple bonded at the second link in between them. You can also see this in butene here. The 2 stands for where the double bond is here as well.
Oh, okay.
Now that you're an expert on hydrocarbons, you can go show Dr. J what you've learned.
All right, sounds good. Hey, Dr. J, what are you doing?
Just doing some work.
Dr. P taught me a lot about alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Do you want to know?
Sure.
Okay, look, let me see.
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked at you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes.
All right, there you go.
All right. So, what do you know? Do you understand all of this?
This stuff is kind of tricky, but this means that alkanes all have single bonds. This means that alkenes have a double bond, and this one means that they have a triple bond somewhere.
So do you know what this N means?
Not really.
Well, this means that for every carbon, you multiply that number by 2 for the hydrogens, and then add 2 for alkanes.
So what would butane be?
Well, since butane has 4, there's 4 carbons, and then you're going to have 4 for N, so you have 8 hydrogens plus 2, so you have 10 hydrogens total, so it'd be C4H10.
Okay, thank you. Now, what does this mean? Is this the same thing, except you don't add the extra 2?
Yep, you have it.
So what would butene be? That would just
that'd be, you can...
4 carbons, and then you multiply by 2 here, so it's H8. So it's C4H8.
Yep, you got it.
Now what about this one?
This is pretty much the same thing. If you have like butane, you have 4 carbons, and then H8, because you multiply H2 by 4, and then you subtract 2 this time, so you have C4H6.
Time to review stuff. Now you're experts.